Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Alright, I'm recording this on April 7, 2025. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I'll explain why in a moment. But I'm getting a little bit nervous because we can look at the temperature actually. My car has a thermometer built in. That's not bad. It says 68 outside. But every day on my commute here, I gotta make sure I leave in time because there are a few precious spots near a tree, and fighting for them is kind of the everyday situation here in the Phoenix area. It's funny because I used to live in Seattle, Washington. Our parking lots looked very different. Nobody really fought for a shade, but a lot of people fought for, believe it or not, the spots that were closest to the road. Seattle was very eco-conscious. Most people don't want to drive looking for the closest spots to the building. And so you had a lot of people parking near the back of the store, and you also had a lot of people parked right in front of the store. You know, people who were handicapped or people who just didn't give a damn. And the middle was often very empty. I had just gotten into a car accident when I first moved to Seattle, and I often found myself parking in the middle of the parking lot because I didn't want to be anywhere near all the traffic. So that was nice. We don't have that kind of privilege here in the Arizona area. Everybody fights for the shade, and now I'm a lot more confident about my driving anyway. But about being under the weather, you guys know I started dating again a few months ago. And unfortunately, I've been meeting good people. I haven't gotten my heart broken or anything. There have been relationships that have moved on, but I haven't got my heart broken. Let's get that out of the way. But what I do have is the turbulences of it. I'm not very good at reading people, and so every little word feels like a big roller coaster ride to me. I don't know what it means, right? So, for example, I went out with a girl that I met through a friend at a book club, and she tells me that as I was walking toward her home, she lives with her mom, she said that her mom was sensitive about the condition of their home. They hadn't even put the Christmas tree away. I wasn't sure if that was true or if that was a way of politely saying something else, right? And so earlier today, I video chatted with her, and now she was willing to show other parts of her home. And she said, look, we finally got a chance to put this stuff away, that stuff away. So that made me feel better. But next thing I know, she's going to say something else that I'm going to have issue with, right? Not necessarily that it's the wrong thing for her to say. Inexperience is what it is. And so I haven't been sleeping right. I haven't been eating right as well. And to top it off, when it gets to be 70, 80 degrees, it makes me beg for mercy. So I'm very fortunate this year. Last year, part of the reason I didn't want to leave the Phoenix area, even for a weekend trip, even when it was 90, 100, 110 degrees, part of the problem was I didn't have all those connections in Phoenix, and I didn't want to go away and miss opportunities. So I was stuck in prison here in Phoenix, and when it was hot, because I didn't have connections that made me feel comfortable about leaving. Fortunately, I don't have this kind of problem. What's really insulting, this wasn't true a few years ago. Nowadays, when you travel, you can't leave if you use any dating apps, you can't leave the locations back home. That's really insulting. I wanted to go away, but I didn't want to leave opportunities behind. So that was very upsetting. Although I did hit it big because of that feature as well, so I can't really complain now. All right, so anyways, mercy me, please. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.